SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Okay, let's have a look at this thing here, because it's glowing, and that usually means there's something I should probably check out. Ah, look at that. Tuesday missions. It actually classifies them by day. That's actually quite helpful. Explore the Whirling's secret passages. There are strange doors in the Whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way in, and see what's hidden there, in the hostile cafeteria's forgotten corners. That does seem important. Prove your authority to Titus Hardy. Right, that's probably not. Hang on a second. You have to gain authority in Titus's eyes for the investigation to advance. Soften him up first. Maybe investigate the crime scene or the body. Look for a witness. Get help from the union boss or the company rep. Tie them with any other crimes. Talk to Titus and establish authority in the Hardy Boy's eyes. Okay, that's probably going to be easier to do once that one thought that I'm still working on that makes me worse at authority is out of my system, because I'm pretty sure that's still in there. Find Morel, the cryptozoologist. The aging cryptozoologist has been out in the reeds for too long, and his wife, Lena, is very worried. Maybe you can find him when you happen to be on the coast. Lena wants to know what happened to Morel. He set off southwest across the canal. Start by going there. Okay. At some point I will do that for sure. But first things first. There's a winch. I said there was a winch, and my hands apparently remembered it somehow, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure I didn't touch it. Is that person actually on the... Oh, it's the roof of the Whirling. There's an open roof area. I thought for some reason it was showing me a cross-section into the Whirling in rags, and I was somehow seeing into her room. That's the person who told me I was a cop, I'm pretty sure. Yeah? Pretty sure. So, what's this about a winch that I hear so much about? Door there. Winch, 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 winch. What's that? That's not a winch. What is that? What is that? What is it? Tell me. It will not. Do I have to be able to go into that yard in order to be able to check it out? This is the winch you're talking about, huh? This is the winch. Okay. The winch is here. There's a bucket. There's a walled off... What is it? Did I never check out this bucket? Go check out the bucket. Can I not go this way? Why can I not go this way? Okay, I have to go through this door over here. Okay, well, what's the deal with these?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this? Perception sight medium 11. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? Well, let's try and get more information first. That sometimes helps with these checks. What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
But I think it's probably covering up a door, right? Continue.
Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vartna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite.
That would make sense.
Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Great. Well done, Olari Tal. Okay, well, that didn't help at all. But why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
Okay, so I can't tell that it's over a door then. I failed my check. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Continue.
Rhythmic pattern.
Oh.
Calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
Mammals. I suppose I am one of those. Continue.
No. There's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What is this feeling? I would like to know.
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones.
Right. So there's a reason to go back there, but I can't see it. And I can't... What's my perception at right now? Perception. Where are you? There you are. Nothing is affecting my perception whatsoever. I could technically level it up if I really wanted to take another shot at this, but I feel like I will be well enough served if I come back to it later. It's not going anywhere, after all. I am curious about how the winch interacts with the door and all that, but, like, it doesn't seem to want to let me look at that. Let's see if I can comment on the person on the roof. Hello. I cannot. I cannot go to these doors. I cannot talk to that person. So while they highlight, it doesn't actually do me a lick-a-dang good. Okay, well, fine. Well then, fine. In that case, what are we doing with ourselves? Well, let's see. I have... Wait a second. How's my physical instrument doing these days? I have equipment that can increase my physical instrument. I've got a bonus from items. That might be the only bonus I can get, though. The reason I mention it is because there's that... the people in the Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can... It should have a way of... It's in the map, right? I need to go to the map. Go to the map. Here we go. Physical instrument. Central furnace. This one. This one here. Okay. I can't actually look at it, but it's in the central furnace. Right. Gaston Martin. Rhetoric legendary. Why has this one got a mark on it? Why has it got a mark on it? What's that all about? I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. It's available now, though, whereas the central furnace one is not. Which may mean I haven't had enough of a skill up or whatever since the last time I tried it. I was hoping that the fact that a day had passed would affect it, but it doesn't necessarily work that way. Okay. The reason I figure that's important is because eventually I have to try and deal with the ghost problem, because it's not actually ghosts, and then I need to report back to the person who works in here. Oh, right, her daughter's not out front anymore. Wait, is that... Who are you? Hello, who are you? I accost the stranger. Working class woman. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. A good one. Point at the book. Hello. No ceremonies. Just hello. Leave her be. She does seem to have broken off her attention from the book for the moment, so let's discuss the book?
Yes? Hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on the reading. Okay. Who are you?
Me?
She looks up
No
briefly.
one. I'm just a working class woman.
I mean, that is what your name seems to indicate. Yes, continue.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Yeah, it seems that way. Continue.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
I love the fact that I just barely passed this easy empathy check. But then again, my psyche is quite low, after all. Shouldn't a working class woman be working? What are you doing? Have a good day. She doesn't want to be disturbed. I don't have a good reason to disturb her, aside from being my own obnoxious self. Yeah.
Looking for something to read.
She reverts her attention to the worn-out paperback. Phenomenal. Good nod. I'm a policeman.
It is.
It is. I'm a policeman. Why can't I say I am the law? That's usually what I say in these sort of situations. All right, I'm a policeman. Hello.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Yes, I know. Good then. Do you need the help of a policeman? Leave. Do you?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the book stand.
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Maybe your husband is missing? Watch her browse books. That's all for the moment. I'll let you read. Sure. Why not, reaction speed? I'll go with your idea.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be? Okay, thanks. Why am I having this conversation? Because it's kind of funny. Where could he be then?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Yeah, I suppose that's not really a concern at the moment. That's fair.
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is. Right, got it, thanks. How much do I want to pursue this? Kim's going to get really disgusted with me very quickly here. Listen. I'm sorry, Kim, I'm easily distractible. I'm going to leave you alone for now.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books.
Maybe your children are missing. Maybe your cockatoo is missing. Watch her browse books. That's all for the moment. I'll let you read. Okay, let's just watch for a second.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Okay, fair.
Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
Give her a hug? I feel like this is a bad idea. Need consent for these things. This is a complete stranger. I'm sorry, Rhetoric. This is no. I'll leave you alone for now.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
If I have a reason to harass you later, then perhaps there will be more harassment. But for right now, I think we're good. Great. Lovely. So what am I actually doing then? What actually are we doing here? I can't, by any chance, go through the garbage, huh? No, nobody's put more tear all over the place. That's unfortunate. It would be really convenient if they had. Okay, I need to talk to the Pines lady. The Wild Pines rep. Find the representative of the logistic company who owns the harbor and ask her about the murder. She should be around here somewhere. I hear she's supposed to be over at the dock, right? So presumably this way? I think this way. Probably this way to the Wild Pines rep. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I feel like she's going to be easier to access than that guy what's in charge of the union. He probably, well, and I already know there's a big muscle man who doesn't want me getting back to him.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Conceptualization, impossible 18. Why am I looking at this wall? Leave. Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Seems to be.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
That is true. That is true. Why would I be looking at this wall? Wait, hey, what's this? What's this? Ho, magnesium and money. Don't mind if I do. Oh, hey, look who it is. Hey, it's the Kuno S. How are you?
Trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
I'm pretty sure you're awake at the moment. Anyway, she whispered all that. Continue.
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back.
I mean, that would seem to make sense. Yes, continue.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Also correct, but I suspect largely irrelevant.
Pigs come to take me out.
Her voice becomes almost
Trying
inaudible.
to snuff me out.
No, why would you even say that? Are you sleeping right now? I'm sorry for sneaking up on you. She's not going to believe me. She's going to get more suspicious. That's probably the only option. But I've got a whole bunch of morale medications, so why don't we try something? Why would you even say that, Kuno S?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
Apparently that's the end of the conversation. Well, great. Okay, well, this has been fun. All right, what do we got over here? What's this? A garden hose. This won't be of use until the snow melts, I suppose. But, I mean, garden hoses have various uses. I feel like there's no real reason for me not to just pick that up and take it with me. But apparently someone doesn't want anything to do with that. What's this? Orange bum hat. +1 reaction speed, -1 rhetoric. And also some Nosafed. Lovely. Bum hat. For reaction speed, huh? Interesting. What's this? Another splattering of bullet holes on this wall. That makes sense, I suppose. They do seem to be all over the place, after all. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. What is this place? Oh, you're talking about us. It has been a week, and now we do show up. Yes, that is completely correct. Didn't even notice you up there until just a second ago. What's this? These barrels are half full of rainwater. Okay, fascinating. Or possibly melted snow, but I'm not sure it makes that much difference. What's this? Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. Oh, well, good job me. I've done it. Can I actually go there? No, it's locked. I guess that tracks. Hey, look, a jacket? Is that a jacket? Can I have it? No, not unless I can get through this door. Okay. I need to get better at picking locks, clearly. What's this?
So much for a quiet smoke.
There must be another way into the building.
Wow, Kim, why is your voice so loud all of a sudden? I suppose there probably must be. What's this? A balcony with a view to the yard. And the hanging. That does seem relevant. What's that? I can't see it from here. Can I talk to this guy? Probably, but clearly he doesn't want me to. But I'm doing it anyway. Hello.
I should have quit.
Hello.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Yeah, well, there's not much else moving in the area. That's fair. Continue.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. Continue.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
It does seem to be, doesn't it? You hiding something? Speak up. This is the police. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here. Too late, young man. Trouble's found you. I'll come back to this later. Do we want to start with threats? My authority is through the friggin' floor right now, so probably not. How about this?
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Be seen by whom? Kuno? Are you really worried about that?
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you. No problem. We'll talk more next time. Presuming there would be a next time. There might not. Sorry. It's important.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat. He keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Right, he really doesn't want the neighbors to see him talking to me. Gotcha. Because it's an us against them situation, and I'm the them. I understand that. I'm an outsider. Tight-knit community. Continue.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name? Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I can tell that you finally got him down. Thank you. It was quite a disturbing sight, even by Martinet's standards.
I have no doubt of that. Continue.
What were you doing last Sunday?
Okay, we're starting this off on the right note there, Kim. Thanks.
Oh,
You
already asked me that, didn't you?
He weighs lazily with his cigarette. Did I? When? What? Did I ask him? Before I had the bender?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did I? Did you? I'm pretty sure I didn't. Huh. He recognized me as a police officer right away, but of course I got the rectangles. That would certainly contribute to that. And even if I took off this jacket, Kim still has the rectangles clearly displayed. Did I?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
He gestures idly. More muscular type? Who else is investigating the lynching? Was it one of the... What is it? One of the... Hardy Boys, is it? Were they the Hardy Boys? I feel like that was what it was. Or was it the muscle man down at the dock, I wonder, with the tattoos and whatnot?
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Muscular? The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houses. Houseplants. Linter the scene. Linter. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene. No dead houses, no lintering. Continue.
He's an actor, declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word.
I suppose that seems to be what he's going for. He's good at what he's doing, which is possibly lying, according to drama? Not sure.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
Kim, you're feeling awfully hostile, considering that, we have nothing we can do to this guy. I mean, you could shoot him, but please don't.
I had a friend over.
Okay, he sighs. What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Oh, what's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette.
How do you do that?
In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Why are you so ominous, smoker on the balcony? Did you hear how slowly my brain voice was talking? Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
So that's fake.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your
He
voice?
scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well, every sound captured and reflected back. Cool, well this is useless for now. All right, we'll talk later. Maybe. Leave.
No. We won't.
Right, figured. He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out on the balcony. Continue.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Suggestion medium 10. Convince him to stay. I have a quarter chance of it working. I'm not good at suggestion. I might be worse at suggestion right now because of my attire. I don't actually remember what I'm wearing. But, because of my thought cabinet, I'm a masochist now, so even if I fail, that's not that bad of a thing. So, sure, let's try and convince him to stay.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side.
No suggestion.
Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry, huh? Please don't go. I'll stop drinking. I'll take the trash out. Just please don't leave me. Okay. Cool. So neither of these is going to work at all. This is clearly just phrased as a joke. They're both jokes. I am the joke. It's me. I'm the joke man. Do you want me to cry, or do we offer to do anything to get him to stay? Either way, he's going to be weirded out and leave. And Kim's going to be embarrassed. I suppose that's the other side effect of failing a red check, huh? Okay, well, that's okay. Please don't leave me.
Trash?
The young man shakes his head in confusion.
Please don't go. I'll even stop smoking inside.
Smoking inside? Continue?
Listen, I really have to go.
With a flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. He's clearly still smoking, by the way. But I guess that's okay. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Off he goes. Guess we'll see if we ever see that guy again. Martin Martinez. Definitely his name for sure. Continue.
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to you. We should run after him. See where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up? You're right. He probably didn't have anything important to say anyway. So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Muscular. Yeah. I'm guessing it's the guy down by past the Union hubbub, you know. The big feller who likes talking about my race. Continue.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we've found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
I guess so. Great, let's do that. Leave. Great. Let's do that. What do you want me to look at it here? Oh, right, because I got the bum hat now. Right. So what's my suggestion at these days? I mean, not that I can try it again, but, you know, it seems good to refresh myself on these things. Suggestion. There it is. Nothing from items. I feel like I do have a suggestion item somewhere in here, or possibly it's just, oh, it's my shirt. My shirt removes suggestion, so I wasn't at a penalty. I just stink at this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I have a skill point I could spend. I don't need to right now. I'm going to save it. I'm saving it. Look at me saving it. What's that? That wasn't there before, was it?
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
I turn it over, sure. Why am I looking at this?
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
Huh? That seems insecure. Continue.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments.
Huh. How are we going to find the right one?
We'll just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back, leave. Great, so I have a key to the apartment now, so I can technically go in there. I guess I'll go in there? Sure. I feel like I'm getting off task. Oof. Okay. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other's. Okay. What's that? Ooh. Flip up glasses, the auditor. +1 logic, -1 authority. My authority can only take so much beating here, please. I'll take him, though. Absolutely, I'll take him. This box is filled with cleaning chemicals. Smells of laundry detergent. Okay, fair. Balcony. Does this go to the balcony where that guy was just now? Let's have a look. Why, yes, so it does. Which means there's a bucket I can check out. Look at this. Yeah, money. 15 cents. I'll take it. You know what? I am not in a position to complain. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Cool. I'm sure they don't need that for anything important. What's this? The curtains shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. I mean, that'll happen. And that's why the guy was so nervous to talk to us. I totally understand. I just don't care. What's this? Locked is what it is. What's this? Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Okay, cool. Look at those bottles, rather. They're bottles, not jars. I do know the difference. I want them. I cannot have them. Let's go this way. What's that? This right here. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Nice. Seems like a nice little garden, I suppose. What's this? 28. A door to be remembered. Number 28, rather. Is this number 29? This is the door to apartment 29. Wait, what's this? Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Okay. This is the door to apartment number 30. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Okay. Was I supposed to check my senses after looking at each door? Because I failed to do that, if it matters. Well, I can't go this way. I can't go this way. So, I guess let's stop going this way. Let's go back to the lobby, see if I can figure anything out. Okay. Marie. Sure. Let's see here. Let's go over here. What have we here? Something in the corner. An old shoe rack. Boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Okay, what's this? Apartment number 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. How about this one? Oh, it's open. Well, that's unexpected. What have we here? We have magnesium and Commodore Red. +1 physique, -1 morale. Huh. That's probably not a great idea. Having some on my person is not going to be conducive to my goals of not drinking anymore, but also... I don't know. Moss crawls on those bathroom tiles. Actual moss! No kidding! Neat. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. And what do we have in the corner? 42 cents, thank you very much. I am getting so close to being able to afford to stay at the Whirling in Rags tonight. It's not even 10 o'clock. Look how good I'm doing. Look at how good. It's amazing. Okay, this way. I'm not seeing any indication so far of how I'm going to figure out where that guy is. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. That's the only graffiti that I felt was worth noticing? Wonder why. Let me take these shoes, though. Those aren't shoes. That's money. Well, I'll take it anyway. Great. Hello?
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Okay, examine the padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Sure, if I have a reason to go in there. Continue.
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Tool not in hand, right. But I don't... Do I have a reason to go in there? Knock.
No reply.
Sure, that makes sense. Leave. I wish I could consult Kim about this sort of thing, but I feel like I don't have that option. Can I? Hi, Kim.
Yes?
Nothing. Yes, I can't talk to him about my decision to possibly break into this apartment for no particular reason. $5.19. I mean, 5 real and 19 cents. What was that doing out here? I can afford my hotel room. It's not a hotel. The Whirling in Rags is probably not actually a hotel. What's this? Postcard, Boogie Street, Boogie Street 46. Sure, I'll take it. I'm not above just looting absolutely everything in the area. Let's have a look. This crumpled up postcard depicts an open-air market in Boogie Street about 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. Wow. That's sure the thing you decided to photograph. Roosters draining blood into the streets. Tools. Commodore. Let's at least look at it. Look at it. Can I look at it? I can look at it. A large crimson bottle of cheap sugary wine, made of poverty, sugar, artificial taste enhancers, and a vague memory of grapes. Guaranteed to color your lips. Great. Great. I didn't look at these either. These flip-up sunglasses were fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin gold alloy wire frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. Great. Well, all it reduces is my authority, and my authority is already completely irreparable, so balancing the books, +1 logic. Filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac, -1 authority. That's fine. I'll put them on. I didn't look at the bum hat, come to think on it. An orange beanie with a couple of big-ass holes on the side. It looks like it might have been used as a mask during an armed robbery. Okay. +1 reaction speed. Feeling twitchy. -1 rhetoric. Bum brain. Bum brain. Well, let's try it on. Nice. Nice. I look so respectable, it's ridiculous. I actually might switch to that. Not because I feel like it's a good look on me, but because I don't really need more encyclopedia is the thing. It's already quite good, you know? It's already quite good. What's that? Check out the box first. Hey, there's a person! Maybe she can help me. 25 cents. Love it. Door number 9 is locked. Alright, well, let's go see who this is. Hello. Our apartment number 8. Their mailbox is overflowing. Great. I'm gonna look at the wall before I talk to you. The graffito says, a firing squad for the rich. Okay. I mean, that's an idea, sure. Hello? Hello?
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing. Wow, I seem to be running a lot of people like that so far this morning. Continue.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. Are you all right? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long. I only have a few questions. Let's do it later. Are you okay? Bronchitis, that's a pretty rough condition to just sort of have all the time.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
That's a question, isn't it? Continue.
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you? I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony. I have a few questions about those apartments. Thanks, I'm off. What reason would she have to side with me over the residence, I feel like the answer to that is none at all, aside from that I'm right here in her business. But I also have no authority. Look at me. Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Right, you'd rather not be known. Understood. Do you live here?
If you can call it living.
She spits on the floor before wiping it off with the
I have
broom.
a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
Doesn't do much for your bronchitis, I have to imagine.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no.
Except for just right
I
now.
have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
She juts out her chin, eyes shining. Very determined. I admire that, I suppose. Continue.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery.
Yeah, it's a pretty miserable gig she's got here, for sure.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Do they now? Well, sure. Do we just go ahead and spill the beans? What does she have to lose, I wonder? Oh, this is actually written in French. Are we actually talking in French a lot of the time? Or do I just know some French? Probably the latter. I'm looking for this guy.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway. Continue.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you for that perception.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life. She's probably not going to tell me unless I say this. But that's a filthy, filthy lie. This is also totally the police thing that they would say before they start trouble, but it's fine.
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
That's a good question, Rhetoric. Let's find out.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there.
She points east.
He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you, cleaning lady. Number 28, huh?
Thank you.
He turns to you.
We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
We suppose we probably should. I have a few questions about those apartments. Do I? Let's see if I do.
Ask away, policeman.
If one of the residents on vacation, their mailbox is overflowing. Who lives behind the padlocked door? That's all, thanks. This seems irrelevant, but I suppose I could check. Let's ask about the padlocked door, though.
Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar.
Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
Astrology, huh? Okay.
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
Apparently, I have no choice but to be a pedant. Are you sure you don't mean astronomy? Those are two very different things, it's true. But, listen, it's fine.
That's what I said. Astrology.
Yeah, see? There you go.
The lieutenant shakes his head, as though to say, let it go.
I probably should have let it go in the first place. Sure, let's talk about the overflowing mailbox.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Oh, that's only fair. Continue.
They probably just moved, or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Either that or it's our guy with the boots, but I can't imagine he had an apartment here. Probably not. Probably had money, that guy, given that armor. That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response. Then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Do you want some drugs for that? Like, I have a lot. Look at all the drugs I have. They're not even like the illegal kind. Anyway, thanks, I'm off. Great, well, that was fun. Let's go over here. Auto-saving. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Okay, can I actually go through this door? I can. What have we here? Broken window. Oh. The sea below looks cold and winter gray.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for warmth or discard thought. No, let's think. I like thinking.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
A former architect. Where are you getting this from, Shivers? Are we making something up, or are you just getting a feeling about this place? I guess that's what Shivers is. Her face, the plan. Look around yourself. Shiver, finished thought. Her face.
Is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
I mean, that's reasonable. She's probably very cold, but I'm guessing we're talking about sadness from something else. The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
A missing eastern wall. So the idea is to connect the two buildings together, and that was what the architect was looking to do, but it's not seeming to work out so hot? I don't know. Look around yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Where am I getting this from? Continue.
She had an eye for beauty.
She did, huh? Who was she? Shiver, finished thought. I don't know. I have no idea what I was talking about, but it's interesting, whatever it was. Someone has torn down the wall. Can I go through it? Ooh. Ooh, what's this? An old grocery list on the table. And checks. Okay, what's this? More Nosafed and some money. Look at all the drugs. Look at all the drugs. All right. All right. I'm not going to die today, probably, as long as there's no consequence for overdosing on Nosafed, which there very well might be. I'm going to the balcony, apparently. Hooray, I'm here. We got a whole bunch of boxes, containers for me to check out. You know how we do in Jamrock. Plastic tear. Take all, thank you. Okay, we got another one over here. Hey, who is what? Hello. More tear. More tear. More tear for the tear god. Hello. Who are you?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier. Do you say that to everybody who randomly talks to you, Cindy the Skull? Are you called Cindy the Skull because your makeup seems to make your face look a little skull-like? The dark circles around the eyes, the white, pallid flesh? That might just be your skin tone, I suppose. I don't know. Continue.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
Optimism from Kim. Hello.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
We just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive. Well, with a line like that, there is a reason for her to get defensive. Don't use that tone with me. I am the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep, yeah. Yeah, when were you last tested? Just answer some questions, okay? I mean, I am the law. I don't like passing up the opportunity to remind people that I am the law. I'm guessing she's going to get her back up. But I am the law.
Sod off, pig man. Art is above the law.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside. Wait, is this red thing here? Are you painting that? Continue.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Interesting. You're painting with oil? I mean, that is a thing people do, yeah.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Uh-huh. Not at the moment. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Is that government fuel oil? Catch you later, Cindy. Another one of these situations where maybe I should have some authority before entering this conversation, but it's a bit late for that. Is that government fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
No kidding. Fumes are bad for you. You better hand it over. That's some clever cultural commentary. Fumes are bad for you. Okay. I forgot the okay. I doubt she cares. Also, she's not going to appreciate any compliments from me. I am the cops. The fumes are bad for you, all right?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
So far as I know, it's at the bottom of the ocean, but I don't really know much about that. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at? What are you doing to the wall? What are you doing at the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
Is it going to be that big? Huh. Continue.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
She studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write? Why are you so committed to facing the building? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it? Proceed. You don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here.
I've seen one of those already so far. I guess that was yesterday, but yes, agreed.
We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cards. And my name's not Mona, so...
Yeah, so why would you write that? Unless you were trying to set her up for something, I guess. Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
I feel like that wouldn't be that hard to change, but do continue.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I wonder how that would work out for you. I have an opinion on this. You want to hear it? I'm not sure what it is, but...
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. That one.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Great, continue.
She means the opposite.
I recognize that. You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for a handkerchief.
That's not what it says at all. She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier. But there's not a woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier. And there is what might be... I don't know who you are. You're probably not a lieutenant searching for a handkerchief, though, huh? Would that be... Oh, that's the Wild Pines rep. Oh, it's the Wild Pines rep. My brain. Sorry. My brain. I'm trying. I really am. Continue.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features.
I misread it as her garish features. Which I guess to some extent she does have as well. But very well, continue.
The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Joyce Messier. Probably pronounced Messier, but it's spelled Messier also, just so you know. Continue.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
A Zon? What's a Zon? Continue. It sounds like my brain's about to kick in on that particular topic.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Right. The Wild Pines rep, that one?
Yes, we should go talk to her.
He nods in her direction.
She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing.
Almost certainly. She's going to be better at talking than me. Anyway, continue.
You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions.
I guess I'm good at that.
Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Well, I like getting wacky. I wonder if I need authority for it, though. Continue.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to
I
Ozon.
don't think I have that kind of power, but that would be pretty neat, huh? Do you know anything about the recent murder? Probably not, but, you know, if you did, you probably wouldn't tell me. Anyway, but let's go ahead and ask, since it's a thing I do.
I ain't no snitch. Pigstein.
Pigstein.
Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
She wrinkles her nose. Continue.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
I mean, yeah, of course, because we're outsiders, Kim. It's gonna keep happening.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy. Probably not, but you know.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
Oh, I'm well aware, thank you. Ungulate. 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 Oh, right, like pigs. Got it. I follow. Great. Can I go in this door? I can! Ooh. Well, this is a nice place. What have we here? Uh-oh. Pants! Pour l'homme laborer jeans. +1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. All right, I'll take him. I seem to be getting all sorts of clothing that I could possibly wear. Does this one open? It doesn't. Wait, why did... There we go, there we go. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. I mean, they gotta be somewhere, right? At least they're not giving me any trouble. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Is that really enough coal to last for several winters? Because it doesn't look like it, but, well, what do I know about it? Apparently more than I'm letting on. What's this? Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? I mean, maybe. Sure, I guess. It's as good a guess as anything. I'm not sure it matters if I know who sleeps there. Outward! Okay, so Cindy's right there. There's a box over there that I didn't get a chance to loot, so let's go do that. What's this? Above, tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. Huh. Construction, long abandoned. Interesting. What have we here? 225! Amazing, I'm rich. What's this? The door is locked. You can't get in. I mean, that never happens. All right. Off I go. Oh, hey! This skull is probably the work of Cindy the Skull, isn't it? Almost certainly. Calling card type of thing, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, all right. Fascinating. Let's head down to the dock, if possible. If I can figure out how to. Hello? Oh, there's a door right here. That would make sense. Door, then. Great, so, what's this? Inside, the frame of a motorcycle in repair and the tools used to disassemble it. Okay. Cool, I'll leave those alone, I guess. Can I talk to Cindy from here?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
I didn't actually realize I could talk to you from down here, but I see you got a stylish lean over the balcony. Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
No kidding. Well, good on you. Good luck with the black lung.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Really? You're a miner? Don't you have a real home? It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do. Cool, I have other questions. That one.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
She looks at the paint dripping down on the wall. I suppose that's true. At the moment you are. Really? Are you a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me. But somehow, it never happens.
I'm not sure that you actually believe that, but, you know, it's not my business, I suppose. Don't you have a real home, Cindy the Skull? Apparently I'm here to judge you.
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around. Great. Been fun.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
At least once so far, but probably not ever again. My gun's gone. I'm not telling you that. Catch you later, Cindy. Well, this has been fun. All right, what's this? Give it to me, whatever it is. Hey, tear. I'll take it. What's this? Capeside Apartments. And? Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Roundabout North. Okay. Ghislain? I don't know. Ghislain, probably. I don't know. Ghislain. Rue de Saint-Ghislain. What's that? Look at it. I dare you. Looks like there was more construction here. Once, decades ago. Alright. Can I look at that? Probably not from this side, huh? Alright, well, let's keep an eye out for stuff to loot. Like this, for example! Ha-ha! Magnesium! I've got tons of that business. My morale will never fail me again. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. I feel like I looked at that already, but probably from up here, huh? Yeah, probably. Well, what's this over here? Docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A. Okay, well, let's examine the boat. Your room in the whirling isn't much bigger than this sloop. I suppose that's true. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in all your life. No doubt about it. Okay. Well now, what do we wear for messing around with a representative from a company looking to defend their interests against the Union? Okay. My shirt right now is Physical Instrument and Shivers. And I like it a lot, but I also feel like that's not going to be super helpful here. The drama might be helpful. Insane mesh tank top. Conceptualization minus suggestion. I feel like the minus suggestion might be a problem here. -1 rhetoric. That could be an issue. I'm not going to need reaction speed, right? We'll put this back on for now. Okay, electrochemistry reaction speed versus savoir-faire, but also electrochemistry. Minus savoir-faire plus electrochemistry. They're both, I see. Well, let's see what the laborer genes looks like. Floopy. Look at that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so electrochemistry gloves. The interfacing is probably just as well. I've never tried these on, though. Kind of blends into my clipboard, doesn't it? Speaking of which, Inland Empire, empathy minus authority. How much do I worry about the authority thing, huh? Because I'd have to do a lot of work to get away from the problem. Get away from it as a problem right now. I'd have to empty some slots, you know? I feel like I don't necessarily need to be authoritative here. And she's also a rich people, so she's not going to respect my authority regardless, right? That seems pretty likely anyway. Sure. This is reasonable. Okay. Smoker on the balcony. Oh, right. Look at the door number 28 in the apartment building. I feel like I already did that, but I didn't know it was him at the time. What's this?
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly.
Interesting. Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar.
Really? Continue.
By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy,
Thank you,
the
Encyclopedia.
apricot suzerainty, and processed in sur-le-clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers.
Were you just trying to make a point here, Encyclopedia? That the fingers aren't the only thing that knows things. You know things too. Of course you do. Of course you do. That's your whole thing. Is this really what it's like for people who have a good brain for trivia? No matter what is happening around you, your brain just keeps filling with random information about it, whether you want it to be there or not? I wonder. Maybe it is. Huh? What? What am I looking at? Why did this happen? Maybe I was supposed to I was probably supposed to look in the pockets when I was supposed to put them on as soon as I picked them up, probably. Let's have a look at the apricot chewing gum wrapper. A gleaming chewing gum wrapper found in the pocket of the laborer jeans. It gives off an ever so faint scent of apricots. Your mouth starts watering. Interact.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon.
Oh, shoot, right.
Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet, or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple, end of summer. Take a deep, deep breath. Put the wrapper away. I feel like I might be taking some morale damage here, but I've got so much magnesium, it's probably fine. Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
I see. It's not that you're saying that apricots come from a millennia ago. It's because that part of my life is entirely separate from who I am right now. And yet still impacts me every day. End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where did it go? Wait, come back. Where did it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Sure, just snap me out of it. Fine, thanks, brain. Take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take.
Continue.
Whatever petrochemical byproducts they used to create this artificial flavor have bonded tightly to the wrapper. Or is that just your memory filling the gaps?
I feel like you're not who I really wanted to talk to about this encyclopedia, but okay.
Until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes, made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive.
Continue.
Feels so familiar.
I suppose it probably does. Put the wrapper away. Okay. I've got a new thought. Let's have a look at my new thought. Apricot chewing gum, scented 1. You have found a trace of entity who's been stalking you across the plains. The Gloomstalker, the conglomeration, the shadowy organization behind your downfall. Possibly connected to the dreaded X something. Granted, it is impossible to determine its true identity, but you can remember where you first smelled its treachery. Yes, use the Tutti Frutti gum wrapper. Reconstruct the day you first breathed in her untrustworthy atoms. I'm not sure this is a healthy way to be thinking about the X something, but this is probably the only way I can really interact with that particular topic. Well, how about it? It reduces my reaction speed because I'm living in the past, but like, I've done worse. Sure, let's do it. Unlock. Plus, I'm about to get a new point any minute now, so let's internalize the apricot chewing gum scented 1. Oh, the apricot chewing gum scented 1. The 1 in this case being the X something, probably. I misunderstood that entirely. I was thinking maybe it was the first of several memories that I have about apricot chewing gum scents. Of course not. That would be ridiculous. I can't see what I'm doing. Camera, can you help me out here? Camera? Camera? What do I do about this? Here's what I'm going to try doing about this. I'm going to save. I'm going to save right here. And I'm going to load. I'm going to load that game. And hopefully, it'll fix the camera. Confirm. Come on, do it. Come on, fix it. Thank you. Oh, that's much better. I can see where I am and what I'm doing. Beautiful. Okay. So. Are we ready? Guess we're going to have to be. Hello!
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
She's very much rich people. Got it.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting. We are 10 to 15 feet away from you, Joyce, but good effort. Continue.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing. Joyce L? What does the L stand for? What gave us away? Shake her hand. Don't shake her hand! I'm trying to set her off her guard, right? I'm trying to be weird. But I'm not necessarily trying to be rude, just weird. What does the L stand for?
Leighton, my maiden name.
Her bony hand dangles from the sleeve of her oversized raincoat. Do we just continue bringing did we just leave her hanging as long as possible and then eventually go for it? Sure. What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Great. I guess you noticed my nose then.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I'm sure she did. Sure, shake that hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold. Yes, fair enough.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Well, I'd appreciate it if she didn't. I mean, I do have the gloves on, the big jello gloves. I feel like it'd be a little bit hard to do, but continue.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
Just as long as you don't have to deal with yourself, I understand.
That is good to hear, madame.
He opens his notebook.
My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Are you just basically giving me carte blanche to be a weirdo, Kim? Is that what we're doing here? Continue.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic.
Apparently so. Continue.
How interesting.
She turns to you unfazed.
I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Lovely. You're on a boat. Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do? What can you tell me about this strike? What can you tell me about this lynching? Do you know something about these tattoos? Thank you, that's all for now. None of this is particularly weird except for you're on a boat!
Why, yes I am.
She looks at the deck under her feet. Green and white set sails flutter overhead. Not a lot of people on boats, are there? Does she have a name? Do you have a license for this boat? I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Let's start with this one.
Of course there are.
She looks around.
We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait, we're on an archipelago? Look around. What do you mean, archipelago? Is this what you wanted, Kim? Is this what you wanted me to do? What do you mean, archipelago?
I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
She raises her brow.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
Thank you, Encyclopedia. Wait, I thought Le Caillou was one big island. Still haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. Understood. About this boat of yours. Back off. No. No. This is not an archipelago. How dare you, madam? Select it, please.
Okay, if you want to get technical. The point is, we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another. Especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
She gives you a crooked smile. Still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here. Understood about this boat of yours. Are we just making a point about her being a rich people? Is that what we're doing here? I mean, I got experience for being obnoxious about it, so let's be more obnoxious about it!
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Ah, I guess you've been paying attention then. Continue.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
Ah, the lieutenant becomes defensive. Well, don't let her get under your skin, Kim. We're the ones being weirdos here.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
I mean, unless you think of it as a toy, which, you may or may not do. But let's continue.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
The woman pats the cabin hardtop. Very good. Continue.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Yes, I do! Or, why? Is this part of the tactic, Rhetoric? Are you sure about this? Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
It'll come off like I'm envious, and I'm not. Why am I even thinking about this? I have police work to do. Actually, yes, I need to nail her for this. I mean, it's not going to be a good look. But then again, nothing's going to be a good look. This one.
You're not? Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat then. Unburdened by envy.
Why would I be envious? I have a bum hat. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it? How do you like it, conclude? Or tell me about the boat.
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
So in other words, you own it personally, and it in fact is a boat you've used for racing. Okay, how do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot.
Her lips curl into a
It's
wry
the eel's
smile.
hips, baby.
The eel's hips. Her lips curl into a wry smile, by the way. What? The eel's hips?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Kim. I think I have a handle on the boat thing. Bam.
Good.
She takes a sip of her thermal cup. Okay. I've got a new option here. You seem smart. I need someone to give me the lowdown on this reality we're in. We'll be talking about that later, but tell me about the Wild Pines first. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
I'm sure it is. Continue.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
So what do they do? Fair enough, tell me something else. This one.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. container shipping, freight, that sort of thing.
I like containers.
See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things.
She points to the small dots on the horizon.
And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Then to the east, toward the harbor. Okay, sure.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo tribes? You're in good company, it seems. How much money does Wild Pines have? Got it. Tell me something else. Who are the other Indo tribes?
Son Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
So there's not much to say about him then. Okay, sure. You're in good company, it seems. Is this just a pun? Are we just making like a low-hanging fruit, not even very good pun? I guess we are.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have? Do we care? I'm not sure. Let's find out.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Wow, that's it? I thought Wild Pines was supposed to be big time. Numbers like that mean nothing to me. Keep her off her balance, yeah!
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks.
Sure.
A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die.
I thought that was kind of a
then
myth.
What becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Maybe it's not a myth. The whole needing to move water through their gills through movement. Maybe that is a real thing. I can't remember. Where does Wild Pine get all these billions? That's all I needed to know about something else. Where'd it come from?
They started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samoan and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
I kind of stopped caring. Continue?
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
It probably helps to start out with a royal monopoly. What does such a huge system want with a place like this? Look around. That's all I needed to know. About something else? I mean, it probably does. It probably does. I don't know if this is helpful, if I just keep criticizing the fact that you're rich and you know... Not you, I mean, you are rich. You are rich, they all have money, and when you don't have money, I don't know where I'm going with this.
You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed, or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did that.
She takes a sip and looks you over afresh. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I did not actually let on that I knew that stuff. But now I did. Look at me. What does a huge system want with a place like this? Sure.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners?
She gives you a little smile.
Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world? That's quite the endeavor indeed. You don't keep it moving, the workers do. The company is nothing without them. That's all I needed to know about something else. I mean, that is quite an endeavor for sure, but also it is technically the workers doing the thing, but then you're just going to take me as a union sympathizer, which I guess I kind of am, generally speaking, so whatever, sure.
We built this district,
she says calmly. On rock and roll?
There it is. She owns up to it.
Continue.
All the best parts of it. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, with its bastions, the plazas Meteor and Mosaic. Even some of the old street lamps have been put back thanks to the investments from the WP.
She points behind you where the seawall rises. Okay, continue.
Before Martinez was swallowed by the industrial harbour, even before it was part of Revachol, long before Terminal B was erected here, the Pines built it as a resort for its Revacholian employees.
Several times that particular factoid has come up in a reference to how ridiculous it was that it even happened, so good job.
A company getaway. For a weekend or a summer holiday. Then came the revolution. But that's another matter.
She takes a sip.
I'm here to make sure the Pines can fulfill their responsibilities to the place they built.
Okay, well, what can you tell me about this strike?
Everything.
She smiles.
Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Right. Wait, what do I want to hear about trade secrets? What is your role in this precisely? I have other questions. I want to hear about trade secrets, sure.
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence.
Ah,
It's quite the octopus.
quite the octopus. It's an interesting phrase, but I get
The
it.
octopus that straddles Revachon, the Emergencies Act, is the cornerstone of post-war Revachon, inseparable from the world it created.
Gotcha. An octopus? I will slay it! How do I repeal it, then? Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus, better let it be. Do we slay the octopus? Do I slay an octopus? I mean, it's not going to impress her, but it is weird. It's a weird thing to say.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
Yeah, yes, it's true.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I want to slay the octopus. Leave it alone.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
I am the one derailing us, but you're being polite. What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk.
Huh?
I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Which both will be entirely reasonable. I have no doubt about that. Continue.
And how are the talks going?
Yeah, that one.
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
I mean, yeah, okay. Continue.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean Measurehead. How were the talks going before the lynching? Let's talk about Measurehead.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. No, that's his actual name, though, apparently. Well, apparently you don't believe it, but whatever. That's what I'm going to keep calling him. Thanks for the reminder, by the way, Brain, that his name is Measurehead. I'll see if I can retain it this time. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
Uh-huh. Continue.
And when did you first arrive?
Yeah, that one.
I arrived 3 weeks ago.
She thinks.
Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
Uh-huh. Trying to get our sympathies, I see. Okay, continue.
But the strike began in December.
It surely did. He looks at his notes.
I wasn't the original negotiator here.
Uh-huh.
I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss.
Ah, yes.
Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
Okay. Perhaps he wasn't satisfied with the concessions? I would assume?
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
I mean, probably not.
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes.
Okay.
Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan.
Those both seem...
This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
I suppose, but it still seems like overtime pay and a medical plan should have been included before the strikes took place. Joyce Messier. I mean, that's not your job, I know, but still.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Right. What happened to this Gaumont? What are their demands? The scabs at the gate, did you put them there? Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare. That's all I need here. Let's change the topic. The scabs at the gate. The scabs at the gate? Have I talked to the scabs at the gate? I don't know. So what happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay, then. Cool. Not cool. I don't have an opinion on this. Okay, then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Sure. Great. So what changed? But maybe you don't know? I don't know. I mean, it's not particularly cool to call short people midgets, but, I don't know these guys. I don't know. What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh, yes.
You didn't actually forget. You're just doing a thing.
Every worker, a member of the board.
Huh, okay. Continue.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I like it. I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive, commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Forget it. I wanted to ask something else about the strike. I don't necessarily want to sympathize with you on the business front. This is the fascist line. This is the communist line. I'm going to I don't know what to think about that necessarily.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Uh-huh. They just wanted you not be able to change anything ever? I'm not sure. Continue.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Kings, though? That's pretty funny, I have to admit. The workers can't be kings. The king is king. The king is king. The king is dead. Long live the workers! What are you going to do? Not only are they kings of the company, do you mean the Wild Pines are the kings of the company? I mean, it is kind of funny. Insisting that every worker be a member of the board. It is kind of funny, though, yeah?
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
Well, what are you going to do about it? Proceed.
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
I don't know what their eventual goal is here. I haven't talked to Everett or whatever his name is, so I guess that's not too surprising. Continue.
And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
I mean, it sounds like there was a reason for it. Maybe it wasn't necessarily... Like, okay, at the very least, the people who killed him claim to have had a pretty good reason for doing so, is all I'm saying, even if they don't want to talk about it. Continue.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
The lieutenant looks up from his notes. That is probably a good question to ask him.
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates.
Who?
The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Call me mañana? Call me tomorrow. Okay, her reply comes quick. Okay, sure, I don't know who that is. I don't know what a boya is. Continue.
This checks out.
Sure. Continue.
No, wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines Group has more effective channels of information.
Presumably.
After all, 2,200 people are on strike. This is a big deal for them.
No doubt it is. The scabs at the gate. Did you put them there? I don't know much about the scabs at the gate, but let's just see if you do.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
She raises her brow. I genuinely... The huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for the... Okay. Sure, that's probably what they're supposed to be portraying. Whether or not it's actually true, I don't know. I haven't spoken with them, in fact.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
Well, that's an interesting comment you tagged on the end there. Continue.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
It certainly is implied. I wonder what circumstances would that become viable, I wonder. Tell me about the union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
I mean, it seems like it's probably a good trait in the man doing that particular job, I suppose. Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Continue.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
A rapier? You sound like you're about to take a rapier to him. Is he that bad? He can't be that bad. Say nothing. Everard is a hero of the workers' movement. That one.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
She stops and smiles. So she would like him dead, at the very least. Is he that bad? He can't be that bad. Say nothing. Is he that bad?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Okay, wait, there are two of him? Edgar. I don't think I've heard anything about Edgar, have I?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does. And when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Wow, that sounds annoying. Continue.
It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see.
Oh.
With a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside the Brothers Clare? Let's take this back to the strike. What about the union itself?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act. But they did it. I can respect that.
Yeah, that is an undertaking, I have to imagine. Continue.
Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
She hesitates, looking for the right expression. This ought to be colorful.
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
The lieutenant says succinctly. Gotcha. Organized crime. That's not the first time it's come up. I had an opportunity to express my affection for organized crime, and I declined to do so. Maybe I shouldn't have? I don't know. Continue.
Refreshingly honest, officer.
She nods.
The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
She turns to you. That's me. Hello.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
She explains. An effective advocate for the rights of the local workingmen. A giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol. Basically a socialist mob. I prefer not to have an opinion on these things. I don't know is the thing, right? I don't know. Kim clearly has opinions about it, and apparently it's organized crime. Which is probably an issue. Are they socialists? Are they socialists, though? Is this a secret fascist option? I would have thought that the giant leech sucking the life out of Revachol would be the fascist option. But, like, is this just a basic misunderstanding of socialists? I mean, maybe they are, like, socialists in their ostensible core values, but they're just unrealistic about it, which I guess, admittedly, a lot of people would say, well, socialism is by its very nature unrealistic. But, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. On the one hand, the two previous strikes apparently were quite effective. But this third one, what is their deal? What are they going for? I gotta talk to Everard and such at some point, but I'm not really looking forward to it based on what I know now, but... Yeah.
Thank you for being candid.
She nods.
Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
Okay. One more thing. You said something happened in the elections? Yeah, you did say that. That seems important.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Interesting. That seems possibly relevant. Continue.
Disappeared?
Yeah.
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Eerie. It happens. Some kind of extortion, probably. It does seem likely to be some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter.
That's kind of how union matters work. Yes, continue.
The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Seems like that's going to be important. Continue.
Thank you for your concern, man. We'll be just fine.
I'm not sure about that, but we'll certainly try to be. That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
She passes the thermal cup between her gloved hands. What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid.
She falls silent for a moment, contemplating something.
The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Can we talk about it later? Continue.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
The lieutenant hangs there a piece of blue plastic. Continue.
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
He points at you. I'm guessing it will not suffice. Oh boy. Oh boy. What did I do with it while I was blackout drunk? What did I do? Did I pawn it? I thought that I pawned my gun. I thought that I pawned my gun based on what Sylvie said, but it didn't seem to be present in the pawn shop. At the very least, I didn't notice it. Oh boy, well, let's see how screwed we are. Continue.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
She returns the lieutenant's badge and turns to you. Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it. Ha 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 ha. It is.
I see.
She looks increasingly worried.
So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
It's possible. After a night of heavy drinking, I lost all memory of my life and the world. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing. Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. This is an opportunity to get her off her guard. I mean, not off her guard, but off her balance. But it's only going to convince her that I'm incompetent. She did ask. I've tried to drive the point home with Kim several times, and it has not worked out very well for me. And Kim is not interrupting right now to attempt to stop me from saying anything. This doesn't mention my drinking problem. Like, of course, it's obvious. I'm an alcoholic. I've got the nose, but like, and also other features around my face. I'm an alcoholic. Look at me. Hello. This one.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
Imagine how I feel. She sighs with confusion, sadness even. Okay, continue.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
I know, right? It would be ridiculous. Continue.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
The lieutenant interjects this. I mean, you probably didn't want me to bring it up. I did anyway. Ha 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 ha.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Fascinating. Well, continue.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
I see. Suggestion. It's a red check. It cannot be retried. +1 sympathy for your amnesia. I don't think I have any plus suggestion clothing, right? And I didn't put on my shirt, so I don't have the minus to suggestion, but 28% is not very high. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. I could back out of the conversation, increase my suggestion with that experience I've gained recently, and try that way, but it's only going to raise it by about 10%, right? I guess why don't we just go with it? Try the red check. It sometimes backfires horribly, but it's just gonna make me get all weepy again. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna be like, please let me do the thing. I don't know how. Just tell me the information. That's what's gonna happen. I guarantee it. When I fail this, that's what's gonna happen. Roll it anyway.
Feelings will guide the way.
Great, thanks, suggestion. But, madam, I need to know about this lynching. It's very important to me. It's the case I'm solving.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You don't understand. It's not like a side case for me. This is my main thing. You have so much else. I have only this. Spread your hands. This is the entirety of my existence. She does understand. She just can't make this exception for me, and she's not going to.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
This boat, for example, and a home somewhere. I only have this case.
Officer,
The carbon fiber hull creaks. I don't remember anything except this lynching. There's only this coast and this lynching. This case is what I will be known by. I took morale damage, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and just top that off just in case. I mean, I'm already this far down this path.
you know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
She puts her foot on the guard wire. Okay, what are you suggesting, Joyce?
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
Okay, thanks, suggestion. I'm not so sure I believe you. Continue.
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible.
Are you asking for a bribe? Like what?
The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
So we do this work for you, and then you share the trade secrets with me, despite the fact that I don't have a badge? I'm guessing I'm not going to get my badge back, right? I mean, it's got to be out there somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. Continue.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Continue.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
The lieutenant closes his notebook. Excuse us for a moment, madame. Are you not liking the direction this is going, Kim? You told me to be weird. What's this? Oh, right.
Zovian socioeconomics.
Right. What's this do, then? Nice hammer, friend.
0.000% of communism has been built. Evil, child-murdering billionaires still rule the world with a shit-eating grin. All he has managed to do is make himself sad. He is starting to suspect Krasmazov fucked him over, personally, with his socio-economic theory.
You're talking about me?
It has, however, made him into a very smart boy with something like a university degree in truth. Instead of building communism, he now builds a precise model of this grotesque, duplicitous world.
I guess. What are the bonuses associated with this particular thought? Left-wing dialogue options give +4 XP. -1 visual calculus. Reaction everywhere. -1 authority. Downtrodden inva-communist. This seems somehow less useful, doesn't it? Oh man, that's actually kind of bad. Except, cool, thanks. I may be doing away with that one later on. That seems very unuseful. It doesn't pay to be a communist somehow. The camera's done the thing again, but I need to talk to Kim, so let's see if I can just bypass it like this. I can't.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Oh, so we're henchmen now. Really? I thought it was going so well. I mean, we didn't volunteer for anything just yet there, Kim.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
I don't know what you expected. My suggestion is really low, man. Continue.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
I doubt it. The company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition. What do you propose, that we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge. Let's get back to her then. Do you think it's possible? Seems like a stretch.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
I see we're not whispering anymore, so we're just talking about this directly in front of her, huh? Should we not investigate the drug trafficking then?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate.
Right.
Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it.
Presumably that's exactly what she's going for. It's too late for any excuses at this point. Continue.
What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate. briefly.
He adjusts his
But
glasses.
do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Sure, that makes sense, I suppose. We could just, find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
Wow, that's very small. He nods slowly. Continue.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
Does seem to be, doesn't it? Continue.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months.
I don't suppose you're wrong. Let's get back to her then. Camera, what are you doing? Camera, I don't care about what's over here. Camera. All right, hang on. Fixing it. This would probably be faster to fix if I could remember the shortcuts for quick save and quick load, but I remember quick save is F5, but I don't know what quick load is. Couldn't tell you. I'm sure it's somewhere in my interface, but I don't remember, so that's fine. Hello!
You're back. Good.
Okay.
What can I help you with?
Right. Okay, tell me about this alleged drug trafficking. Okay, alright. This is the eventual direction this conversation is coming to, so why don't we talk about other things first? How about the tattoos?
That's the man who was killed.
Yes.
I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
She almost takes the photo, but then stops. So you know something about the tattoos. Fine, let's return to it later. Why? How is you looking at the photo tied to the lynching? Question it.
Better not tie the fourth day to the Bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Alright. We're not doing this anymore. Kim has canceled the plan. The tactic is out of the question at this point. And I'm guessing that the tactic was not likely to work anyway, but I wonder if it would have succeeded if I'd passed my suggestion check. Or maybe if I just dropped it. Maybe that would have been the thing to do, right? Not try the red check and just drop the topic? Would she have brought it up anyway, I wonder? I don't know. Kim's not going to be happy with me if I do this. We're not doing the tactic anymore. I am curious, but it's just going to make me come across as ridiculous and a joke. As always, let's talk about the drug trafficking first, and then I'll think about it.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Okay, continue.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Yeah, that seems relevant.
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal, and you want us to investigate. Move on. That one.
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Sure, I know where that is. I come from there, as it turns out. Continue.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
That does seem to be what she's suggesting. Well, let's see what she has to say about it.
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Right, but that's... Right, okay, gotcha. So that's your suspicion anyway, and you want us to investigate.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still...
She raises her bony finger.
Every chain has its weak link.
Wonder who you have in mind here. Fat Angus? Continue.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries. Am I going to need bolt cutters for this? No, we're going to go with the logic option. Okay, that one.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
Okay, continue.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
They are.
Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
She gives you a knowing look. I see. Okay.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
Thank you for that observation. My eyesight. Continue.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Gotcha. So there's one of them, or you suspect there's one of them who may or may not be waiting for a drug, or transporting a drug shipment? Waiting for a crucial shipment. Waiting for the drugs to be loaded into the... I see, okay. All right. Continue.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Right. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier? It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it? What proof do you have that the Union is involved? We already have some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching. We do? Okay, I've made it. Oh, the odd foot. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Proceed. Actually, let's discuss something else for now. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However...
She pauses, looking to the sea.
This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue.
He looks north.
Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable. The weary.
Right. You're trying to appeal to my sympathies. I understand. Continue.
Cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets. From Martinez to Jamrock, in the traffic you hear the clinking of glass vials, concealed beneath tarpaulin. Or is it just your teeth chattering in the cold?
Fucking misery. Shake it off. I haven't shaken off shivers once so far.
A lot of it.
She nods.
It comes in from large Samaran factories in South Safre, Sigai, and Sinyao. The literage they must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
No doubt. Continue.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
Does it?
What is that, Lieutenant?
Yes, what is that?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
Right. Good point. I didn't even think about the fact that you got in here somehow. Huh. Continue.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Got it. What proof do you have that the Union is involved? If they had proof that the Union was involved, I feel like they wouldn't be asking us about this, would they?
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
I see.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
Gotcha. All right.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
Right. Well, sounds fun. Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
Nobody wanted to deal with it. I see. Continue.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
You already knew about this then? Huh. Okay.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
She smiles and points toward the roundabout. Right. Gotcha. I feel like this is not necessarily something I should be sharing right now, given that okay, listen. We're not supposed to be telling her what we come up with, right? But this isn't something we've come up with. And it smells like I might get experience for clicking it.
The two might even be connected.
Fascinating.
Or not. Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
Yeah, no doubt.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Right. Yeah, we'll do it. Okay, I've made up my mind about the smuggling investigation.
Yes?
We will take this case, probe the drivers, see what it yields, except there's no way we can take this case. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
Hopefully. She takes a long sip of tea. The jam mystery. Cool, continue.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
Man, I sure hope so. Continue.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
She takes another long sip from her seemingly bottomless thermal cup. It does seem to just keep going, huh? Is it time? Is it time? I think it's time.
This reality.
She pulls her hood closer around her neck.
Yes, reality is your side case.
It's true, it is. Continue.
An experimental side case.
I am conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in. It's related to that medical episode. I have trouble remembering even the most basic terms of reality. No time to explain. Just give me the lowdown. Actually, now is not a good time for the reality lowdown. Maybe later. I mean, there's no other reason I'd be asking, right? Aside from that I'm just a flippin' weirdo. That one.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
I think you already mentioned that. She puts down her thermal cup and looks at you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
Thank you for that backup, Kim. Yes, that one, please.
We may be here a while then.
She takes a long sip of tea.
Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
Beautiful. Continue.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Begin with the first. You sure, Encyclopedia? Where are we? What times are these? What is this acute encephalopathy? Legendary 14. What is, think of something close to you? Esprit de corps. RCM can access ICP database. RCM authority comes from Coalition. RCM uses unjacketed ammo. RCM Kim debrief done. What are you? What is this? Spread your hands. Conceptualization impossible 20. What is reach for something fundamental? That's all for now. Okay, well, where are we?
We're in Martinez, baby.
Baby? And what is Martinez? Baby? Baby?
A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed.
I'm a disco holdover myself, as you may have noticed from my jacket.
Aren't we all?
She smiles. Okay.
She refers to your corresponding ages.
Fair enough. And what is Martinez?
Martinez is a district of Revachol.
She looks around, her green raincoat flapping in the
A
wind.
very small district tucked away near the industrial harbour. North of the 881 and Jamrock.
Okay, continue.
You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even. Shelled to smithereens during the Revolution.
She shrugs.
It has its charms, just not this time of year.
Does seem kind of nasty right now. Tell me more about Martinez. You mentioned a sea. What sea is this? Okay, that's Martinez. What's Revachol? Tell me about another, perhaps even more fundamental aspect of reality. I feel like this might go on a little while, huh? Tell me more about Martinez.
I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before, as a teenager. Not a lot has changed.
She closes her eyes.
There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders.
That kind of happens with this sort of a trade. Continue.
As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets.
The reeds. You know, I need to check out the reeds at some point because bugs. Anyway, you mentioned a sea. What sea is this?
It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol. And the bay feeds into the ocean.
Are we near the ocean then?
Yes. We're on an island in an ocean. The world's largest body of water. The Insulindic.
Interestingly, I remembered that a little while back, but then apparently I forgot it again. Continue.
Known to the early Revacholians as Les Immensités Bleues, the blue immensities.
Yeah, I figured that's what that probably meant. Continue.
Vast, lukewarm, and unknowable, flowing in and out of sight.
What's the name of this island, then?
Caillou, as you already know.
I do! Look, she looks at the
Imagine a
waters.
pebble. A smoothed-over pebble amidst a great blue sea, misshapen, cracked. The cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river, on the 6th branch. The Martinez Distributory.
Okay, cool, thanks.
It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her
It does seem that way, yes, continue.
and to humanity at large.
Right, okay. That's Martinez, then. So what's Revachol? Continue. This is not a continue thing? What exactly... I'm curious where else we go with it. Sure, a more fundamental aspect of reality.
I would be happy to. What is a preposterously expensive education for, if not sharing?
I'm sorry, it went back to the main menu. Didn't think about it. Okay.
We're in Martinez. Martinez is you would be excused for
What's
not
Revachol?
knowing. Revachol? Revachol is what you call a city.
And what kind of city is Revachol?
The great kind.
Is it? Continue.
As if it's self-explanatory. Beyond patriotism. A fact.
Huh. And what makes Revachol great at this point?
History detective. They built this city to resolve history. Our part in it, at least. Our centuries.
Okay. Who built this city? When was Revachol built? And why will it resolve history? I guess we're going in order then. Who built this city?
The nations of the Occident, or migrant workers from Seminine and Ile Marat, depending on your creed.
Sure. When was this happening then?
In the DeLorean century. 380 years ago.
That's a decent chunk of time. And why will it resolve history?
They say it's where the terrible questions of our time will be answered. The tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest.
I have a suspicion that that's going to be coming up pretty soon here, actually. Something's coming. I've had the feeling. Continue.
By that I mean conflicts. Ideological conflicts. The stuff of men.
Great. Why here?
We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue. It's where the money is.
Which is why you're here. So, we're in an unimportant part of an important place. So we're pretty much at the center of the world. So we're on the periphery. Basically nobody's. This one.
I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about...
She points across the water where the skyscrapers rise.
A sparkle of lights on the horizon, like morning stars above the curvature of the planets.
22 kilometers from the center of the world. That soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insiacom. Coalition government, Insulindian Mission Command.
Soldering? I guess that might be the British pronunciation of that word. I've always heard soldering. Okay. The center of the world? How do you measure where the center of the world is? Look to the sea.
Silence. She lowers her hand.
Continue.
The water, the light. It's as though you're seeing it for the first time.
I mean, a lot of things are like that for me right now.
There is no recognition. Only the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it.
Where are we? I don't know any of this. Say nothing. Observe the large body of water swelling. Cold. This one.
She observes your eyes scanning the horizon, then breaks the silence, slowly.
Thought gained. Jamais vu. Derealization. That sounds like an interesting one. Continue.
This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you?
Continue.
Was there something else you wanted to know? I remember something about a lowdown.
So this thought here, this is important, you're saying? Yes, a lowdown. Right, continue.
This has been informative. Thank you, man. I'm sure my memory-impaired partner has many more questions to ask about even more fundamental aspects of reality.
He turns to you. I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry I'm like this. I'm sorry, cop. Continue.
Might I suggest not asking them all right now? Monsieur will be here later too, and tomorrow. Isn't that true, ma'am?
That's a fair point there, Kim. Continue.
Absolutely. My commitment here is long-term.
You're right, Lieutenant. I'll continue later. But I want to know everything now! But won't I be lazy if I don't do it all now? That's an interesting thought to have. Lazy if you don't do it all now. I want to explore this concept.
Oh, of course not. You are already diligent for getting this far. And diligent boys remember where they left off.
Okay, you're just treating me like a child now. He shakes his head. Okay, all right, thanks, Kim.
Indeed. I'm always at your service.
Okay. That's all for now, then, I guess. We'll explore more of this later.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Great.
The little that I know. Anything else?
Not right now. Thank you. That's all for now.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
I'll try. Well, this has been fascinating. Hey, I have a thought. Let's see what it is. White morning. I don't know what that is. Are you not going to read this one out? I feel like you read out the last one. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house, sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning. A modern death. Divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. I cannot accept what happened in the past as being part of me, so I have to just distance it from me. Plus 20 zoom out distance. Plus 20% zoom out distance. All motoric learning caps raised by 1. Huh. It literally is making the little man smaller. Accept. Close that out for just now. Let me just see. Let me just see. It did, in fact, get... I can zoom out further now. Good for me, I guess. Okay, listen. It's been nearly 2 hours. Again. I really don't intend for this to keep happening, but these conversations get so extensive. This is part of why I decided to not pursue all of reality right now. There's one more thing I want to do, though. Permanent penalties to my visual calculus and authority in exchange for a little bit of bonus experience for taking the obvious left-wing dialogue options, which usually go further than I want to follow them. So I'm going to go ahead and forget this one. It's not like we're actually building communism. The thought has pointed it out quite thoroughly. I'm forgetting this one. I think jamais vu is probably more important. I'm going to forget it. I have hesitations. No, I'm forgetting it. Forget thought for 1 point. Thought will be lost forever. Honestly, I think it's just as well. I think it's not going to do me a lick of good. I'm getting plenty of experience. It's fine. Confirm. I am no longer communist cop. And instead, jamais vu. Temporary research bonus. None. Research time 3 hours and a half. Revachol Special Administrative Region. Le Caillou, the Insulindian Ocean. Coalition Government. Insulindian Mission Command. Name after name, and none of them seem familiar. None of them is familiar. They seem real, but something is wrong. You feel like a kid looking at stickers on the fridge. Truvant. The Apricot Company. World Games 34. You can almost see your hand reaching out for them. Scratch at the corners. See if they peel loose. This feels like the most important of all the thoughts. The one you truly must complete. I am guessing the bonus for finishing it will be nothing. But let's go ahead and internalize it anyway. Yeah! I'm proud of me for thinking about stuff. I wonder what jamais vu means. Derealization. Fascinating. All right, well, this has been an adventure. Thank you for watching. Next time, I guess we're probably going to have to try and figure out a way to get past, Nope, he's Eraserhead in my brain again. I can't think what it is. The big feller. Well, at the very least, we should check out the protests while the day is still in progress, you know? Kim had 2 goals for us today, and they were talking to her and talking to the leader of the friggin' union. But apparently we got to talk to him and his brother, most likely. If they're even both available, who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.